edition of Bates Technical College Student Spotlight. On today's show, we will talk with two students from the Broadcasting Video Production program at Bates Technical College. Our first student is a non-traditional student that had his own photography business but decided to broaden his skill set. Please welcome Scott Stoll to the show. How are you doing, Scott?
I'm great, Ace. How are you today? Thanks.
I'm doing great as well. Are you ready to dive into some deep questions?
Yeah, let's go, man.
Alrighty. So first of all, can you tell us a little bit about your background and what made you decide to join the BVP program at Bates?
Sure, absolutely. So my background is I have a bachelor's degree in accounting from another lifetime ago, and did accounting for a couple of years and decided that really wasn't what I wanted to do. So I went back to school to get a photography degree. So I have a photography degree, and I used that for a number of years. Had my own photography business, a studio in Tacoma, for a number of years, and then got out of that for a whole lot of reasons. But then wanted to broaden my skill set and kind of reinvent myself a little bit, and that is kind of what led me to video and broadcasting here at Bates Technical College.
That's a really cool journey. I'm glad that you're here with us.
Absolutely.
Can you tell us a little bit some cool projects that you've done on your photography side?
Photography was really interesting. I got to do studio work, so I had a guitar company that I did some guitar catalogs for. I did interiors, exterior photography. Food photography was always fun. So it was a vast variety of things. Got to go meet a lot of different people and go a lot of different places. So really enjoyed that, as well as to be creative in the process.
That's awesome. How was the translation between photography and broadcasting and video production? Is it easy? Is it difficult? What has it been like for you?
There's a lot that translates between the two when it comes to, say, lighting or just the aspects of running a business and what it takes for pre-production and a production and post-production. Those things were kind of an easy transition for me, but learning the broadcasting side of things, being in a control room and dealing with the different types of equipment and even the cameras and just even the way a process goes for, say, conducting an interview. So there's a lot of things that are different and new. I call it a very good challenge for me. It's not over my head, but it is new, and I really do have to concentrate and be disciplined at learning the new craft.
Awesome. What are some of the favorite things you've done with the Broadcasting Video Production program?
I've really enjoyed the video part of it because that really kind of falls into the photography, doing different types of projects in video and editing, and most recently into audio is part of some of our process. Learning how to fly a drone in the drone class to get certified to fly drone for possible employment down there.
Certified?
I did get certified.
Awesome, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you very much. Appreciate that. So, and just recently, just being able to go out on a production with the broadcasting situation has been very cool as well, too.
I know we're in the fall quarter. We've done a lot of production so far. Do you have a favorite one that's on top of your head?
I enjoyed doing we just got done Tacoma Food and Tacoma Holiday Festival. Yeah. Mainly because there were so many different positions and things to do, and we did so many shows each day that we could rotate around. So eventually I did all of the positions that we had there, the cameras, the technical directing. I even directed my first show while I was there, so that was interesting to go back and watch. So I enjoyed the football as well too, but that was only 2 games, whereas the Holiday Festival was a lot of different shows. So
yeah, awesome. Would you direct again at any production, or what's your thoughts?
I think the more I do it, the more I'll feel comfortable with it, and there is it's an exciting thing because it's off the cuff. It's not like I get to spend hours trying to stitch a story together. I have to do it in real time, and so that, again, a good challenge.
All right. Talking about productions, we said you directed. Is there a certain position you prefer? Camera, directing, TDing, graphics. What's your go-to?
Well, my go-to is always a camera, and I'm trying to not always go to my safe zone. I'm really kind of enjoying to see what goes on in pre-production before we even get to the set, to make sure that everything is in place so that the production runs smoother. It doesn't always work that way, but it's good to have all your ducks in a row instead of being rushed at the very end. So having graphics ready, teleprompters ready, your graphics, just everything. That's what I'm really interested in right now.
Okay, awesome. Is there what's one thing you hope to get out of this once you're done? Because you're what, 3/4 left, something like that.
I'm halfway through. Really, it's the experience, something that I can go and talk to a possible employer or a client about, to say that, hey, yeah, I'm familiar with a Ross switcher. I'm familiar with the GUI. I'm familiar with running cameras, microphones, conducting an interview,
right.
Somewhere where I might have to slide in at a last minute, even though I might not be in my normal position, just to have a lot of stuff in my bag of tricks to know.
Did you thought of, once you first started in this program, that you were going to get all this experience everywhere, from camera, audio, to doing graphics, all that good stuff?
I knew I was going to get a lot of experience. I didn't know exactly what in and how. It is wonderful to have a place, especially when it comes to the broadcasting side of things, because not everybody has a broadcasting studio in their house.
Right.
A lot of people have cameras, a lot of people have video cameras, and maybe even lights, and a lot of things they can do on their own, but to have access to a studio is wonderful. So to put in the time after class to go work on things and have the teachers be able to assist you on some of the things that you just don't normally have a chance to do is really a wonderful asset to have. So I appreciate that.
That's awesome. I know you had a photography business. Would you have a video, content creating business once you're done here?
The jury's out on that. I think I will always create content of some way or another, whether I do that just for a hobby, or if I make that a side business or freelance, or if I take that skill to a video production company or a broadcasting network. Is still kind of out there, but
awesome.
Yeah, I'll always make content.
Yeah.
I've been doing that forever.
I know you've made some. You did a lavender video. You went to your family farm in South Dakota, right? And did a little video there. Is there something new that you're working on, or what's up next?
So I really have kind of hit upon these documentary type things. You mentioned the lavender video that I did, and then a video that I've done, some videos I've done for the culinary program down here at Bates, the main campus. So the farming video was for the family farm, and that's for a personal project. But I was able to go out to South Dakota and take my video camera and my drone and do footage both on the ground of the wheat harvest, and then also do some aerial footage of the family farm as well, the operations, which is really, really cool. My family really enjoyed that and have been showing that around quite a bit. I do a lot of sports photography on the side right now. And then as far as new projects in the broadcast video, I'm working on a project involving lacrosse and cancer awareness. There's a personal story that goes along with that. A family friend of ours in the community that played lacrosse, their son had cancer, diagnosed with cancer, DIPG, and which is an inoperable brain cancer, a terminal cancer. But he played lacrosse, was injured playing lacrosse, and that's how they kind of found out about the diagnosis. I am working on putting together a documentary on the tournament that he was involved with and the awareness that has been brought through that tournament for cancer. So just kind of in the very, very beginning processes of that project.
That's going to be a very touching story you're going to be telling. So I hope the best. I hope everything goes out well for you with that project. Let's take a little side tangent. What's something most people wouldn't know about you? What's something? Is there a secret hobby, a secret skill set? Are you a master at something that no one knows about?
Well, I don't know if no one knows about this, but some of my hobbies outside of photography is I'm a model railroader. So I have a model railroad in my back bedroom.
That's awesome.
So I've been doing that since I was born, pretty much. So my model railroad is a tribute and honor to my dad, because he got me into model railroading. And then my grandfather worked for the railroad, for his lifetime as well too. So railroading runs in a family, and that's kind of my escape.
That's awesome. Do you have a favorite train?
Favorite train?
Yeah.
As in like a boxcar, flat car.
Whatever.
Boy, not really. I like probably a grain car. You know.
All right. Well, Scott, thank you for being here. I appreciate you being here. For the viewers, we'll be right back after this message.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you out, because only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey, Assistant Smokey Bear, call me Papa Bear, because I'm grilling up dinner. Do you get it?
Yes, good job.
So, what should I do with all these coals?
Don't just toss them out. Put them in a metal container because those embers can start a wildfire.
I understand. The stakes are high.
Ha, 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 ha.
See, Smokey thinks I'm funny.
It's funny how travel costs money, yet makes us richer, and how our most important things really aren't things, like our memories. This is what makes life, life. Yet how much of life are we willing to miss out on? Because even mild hearing loss doubles our risk of dementia. Yes, dementia. Good hearing health can help you stay engaged and keep your brain younger. Hear well and stay vital. Get a hearing health check every year.
If you love them enough to drive an hour to cheer them on as they get beat 11-0 in the rain, then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
Throw that ball, Diane. Woo! You got this.
Meet the Scan, a simple procedure whose mission is to detect lung cancer early.
But I feel fine.
That's great, but you may still be at high risk for lung cancer.
Oh man, that's a new fence.
If you smoke, early detection could save your life. Learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Welcome back to Student Spotlight. Our next student breaks barriers by being the youngest student accepted in the BVP program. It was her maturity and persistence that earned her spot in the program. Please welcome Keziah Vasquez to the show. How are you doing, Keziah?
Good. How are you, Ace?
I'm here. I'm doing awesome. You ready to get down with some of these questions?
Yes.
All right. So tell us about your background and how you ended up being at the BVP program.
Okay, well, it all started with my older brother, Malachi. He is a former broadcasting student, and he graduated from the program. But while he was in the program, we saw what he was doing, all the production stuff, and seeing how I wanted to become a news anchor. And having talked to some news anchors, they told me that knowing that production and broadcasting background would be good to become a news anchor. So.
You still want to become a news anchor? I mean, you're, what, 5-6 quarters in, and is that still your end goal?
I don't think it's my end goal. Seeing the program and knowing what the broadcasting side is and the engineering side, I think I'm leaning more towards that now versus becoming a news anchor. Also, being a news anchor, you're taking in a lot of that stuff in the world that we still have to deal with, but you're taking it in on a more regular basis. And for me, I just was like, I don't want to have to deal with that all of the time.
So you've been here for a few quarters now, 5 quarters. That's time flies, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite production that we've done?
Production?
Yeah. Football, the cooking shows.
Holiday Food and Festival. Yeah. Those cooking shows are my favorite. Field production, studio production is probably BV Parody.
BV Parody?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a fun production,
Those are some of my favorite.
We should definitely do that again.
We should definitely do that again.
That's a fun production. Let's see. Is there a favorite position you like? For camera? Do you like audio? Do you like CG? Do you like replays for football, basketball production that we do? What?
So definitely replay for field productions. Basketball specifically, I think, is my favorite. I know I did that for WIA. That's all I did for
Right.
every shift I worked. But in studio, I love doing expression, CG. It's my favorite. I know I did that for my summer quarter emerging tech assignment, and I had a lot of fun going into that in animations and working with all the graphics and like making it fancy.
Expression is it's a big tool, and
yes,
a lot of people only know just a little bit. So I'm glad you took time and broadened your horizon with expression.
Yes.
So, what else? Would you recommend this program to a friend who's like, I don't know what to do after high school or anything like that?
Yes, I've told my best friend, she knows all about what we do, the productions that we go to. I always tell her I would recommend specifically this program to just about anyone who's interested in any sort of broadcasting, production, engineering, or just doesn't know what they're really leaning towards but wants to try something new. We get a lot of great experiences here in our studio productions, field productions, and the other opportunities that open for us, like Tacoma Rainiers. That has been great for me, and that's where the expression part of it came in, because that's the most I did there. So
no pun intended.
Yeah. Thank you. So you just get a lot of good experiences, and as you go through the program, you can kind of like see what you're leaning towards, the more production side or engineering side, especially as you get into your 5th and 6th quarters.
Did you ever thought, I know you had Malachi, and I know Malachi would be like, hey, I did this at school today.
Yes.
Did you ever thought you will get the same experience, or would it be tailored differently, because everyone sees the program a little differently, right?
I think it'd be about the same for me. We're pretty similar in that sense. And hearing like him coming home or dropping him off at a field production, always coming and hearing, oh, I had so much fun with this, we did this, it was so cool, I'm making lots of friends.
Right.
It was like really, oh, this is someplace where I think I really want to be.
That's actually.
And I know Ken was gracious enough to let me come visit a couple of days. And seeing the studio that first day was incredible. I was like, they have a real studio. He had come home and been like, oh yeah, we have a studio, but who knows what you're talking about when you say, oh, we have a studio.
Right.
So that was really like something very cool, and that helped me get more excited and ready for the program for sure.
That's actually really cool. Yeah.
Yes.
What is something people don't know about you? Do you have a special skill set? Do you know like a second, third, fourth language? Special abilities? What else?
I do ballet.
Ballet?
3 days a week.
3 days a week.
Yeah, I've got ballet tonight actually.
Oh.
So lots of fun. Yeah, I love ballet. I've been doing this for about 3 years now.
3 years? Yeah.
Very fun, lots of hard work, lots of hard work.
Is there like a twirl or jump that you're like, do you have a favorite thing and a least favorite thing in ballet?
Grand jeté. Essentially, all you do in a grand jeté is you run, and then you jump, hopefully getting your legs technically at 90 degrees. Obviously, I'm not at that point, and no one in my class is at that point yet, but it's a very beautiful jump, and it's just fun. Least favorite thing, petit battement. It's you're on one leg in releve, which is just on the ball of your foot, and the other foot you're bringing it in and out to the front and back of like your ankle, but you're not moving your knee. So it's a very interesting and hard position.
Yeah.
There's like a flow to it, and I struggle with that still. So yeah.
So you've been doing it for 3 years. What got you into ballet?
Well, I used to, for 9 years, I did Christmas plays at my church. Every year we did it, and they know that ballet company. So 2 years in a row, about before or after COVID, they came and danced with us for 2 years. And seeing them really like encouraged me to get into ballet. I had done it when I was 5, and then after that I was just done apparently. It's the story. But I've always loved dance and ballet, like watching all the shows and movies. So that was what really encouraged me to get back into it.
Wow, that's
lots
really
of fun.
cool. Yeah,
Yes.
I didn't know that you were into ballet.
Yes.
Is there anything else that you want to share?
Oh, well.
Not giving away all your secrets, but
I think just that this is a fun program. We have lots of fun here. We get our work done, but we also have fun.
Right.
It's pretty flexible for the most part. And, I mean, it's a great learning environment. You can get all that hands-on that you want, and you can still do all of your reading. It's not super like strict schedule. Obviously, we have schedules for productions, but things happen or we're early or something. So it's just nice to be here.
Yeah. What is something you are looking forward to once you reach the end goal? Once you graduated?
Oh gosh,
what is? You're almost there, you know. Most students are almost there, but what do you see yourself at the goal line?
Well, I've got about 3 more quarters. I'm going to come back for production, so that gives me more time. After that, gosh, obviously the goal is to get a job somewhere eventually. You know, I'm not exactly sure yet.
Hey,
I could go more towards the production or the engineering side. So that's something I have to think about. But regardless, I know that I'm going to learn a lot from this program, and I am going to be able to use that, and it's going to help me find a job and make money. Yes.
So, hey, it's okay you don't know where you go, but at least you know that you still have time, and you're still going to be working on that craft. So,
yes.
Yeah. Because I do have any questions for me, I guess, as one of your instructors, like.
No.
No?
No,
Okay.
I feel
That's
pretty
fine.
happy.
That's all good. Would you, let's say you're done with the BVP program, would you come back?
I would come back for sure.
And be like, hey, do another interview, you know?
I'd help out, you know. I know Malachi, he still comes back. I would do it if I had the same opportunity for sure. I know I'll be 16 once I graduate the program, so I'll have at least a 2-year gap until I can get like a full-time job. So I know that I love this program, and I would always come back.
Is there another interest of a different program from Bates that might say, hey, looks interesting?
The culinary program. That was when we were beginning to talk about Bates, and in my family we have to get at least about 2 to 3 trades. So culinary program would be a program I might come back from. I've always loved cooking and getting that extra, even just like knowledge and experience with how to do things in a more like, I guess, professional or fancier way is nice.
Right. Yeah. Do you have a favorite meal then?
Ooh. Oh, it sounds kind of simple, but honestly, lasagna.
Lasagna? Hey.
I could eat lasagna.
A lot of people like good lasagna.
Yes.
Well, Keziah, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
This is a wonderful interview. You're a wonderful student. So people at home, thank you for joining us on today's Student Spotlight. This has been produced by the Broadcasting Video Production program. You can go to www.basetech.edu/broadcasting. We'll see you next time on Student Spotlight.